Who hasn't heard yet from artificial intelligence? AI, so it's called today. Are we people not intelligent enough that we need artificial intelligence? And what is it? What is it doing? And how can we make use of it? But what is equally more important in that respect, should we be afraid of it? Although that is a fair question, it is a little out of the scope of this MOOC. What we will still show is the difference between machine learning and artificial intelligence, which is often mixed up. But at least for both we can say it is all in the cloud. Artificial intelligence exists already quite some time, also in the battery field, as we can see here from this report from Daniel Oberhaus. AI is throwing battery development into overdrive. Improving batteries has always been hampered by slow experimentation and discovery processes. Machine learning is speeding up by orders of magnitude. This starts to become more and more relevant to improve current batteries, as we can read in, for instance, the papers from Charles Choi and Kamala Badovich-Callahan, 2 and 4 years later on. Robots and AI could optimize lithium-ion batteries. New automated systems could quickly find new battery chemistry, much faster than with brute force human testing. And AI comes up with battery design that uses 70% less lithium. Researchers used AI to design a new material that they use to build a working battery. It requires up to 70% less lithium than some competing designs. But how can we see this? And thus, what is the difference between machine learning and artificial intelligence? They both use information and data from the cloud. Yes, all the information is in the cloud. The cloud with ears, eyes, a nose, and a mouth. But do we really see this cloud as dark cloud hanging above us, sucking all the information, data, and knowledge without compromise? Or can we use all this for our own benefits? That is the question, and so how to do that? And in that respect, we would like to come back to what the difference is between machine learning and artificial intelligence. So imagine that you are the coach of the Dutch ladies relay team that is going to run in the upcoming World Championships Athletics. You have a list of runners and the best performance. Hence, which 4 ladies would you like to select for the finals according to this data set? Take a minute to figure out. Probably you would select Femke Bol, Lieke Klaver, Lisanne de Witte and Eveline Saalberg. But is that wise? So let's see what more information and data exist. If we now take the history of their performances into account and evaluate these with a curve mimicking the progress or decline in time, it might be so that Katelijne Peters will be better performing at the time of the championships. What other information could be eventually relevant? Prone to injuries, school obligations, friends, whatever that influence the performance. This all can be used to make a decision. Data evaluation and making use of models makes the difference between machine learning and artificial intelligence. In the case of Katelijne Peters, we could use a model to analyze the data as follows. The data points are typically related to the season where she ran, in the spring and summer. Hence, in the example, we took the average time of each season and plotted as a blue data point. Then by using curve fitting, artificial intelligence predicts a time for the upcoming championships. And of course, we can do this by ourselves. But artificial intelligence is way faster and are doing this without any emotion. But once it comes to informing the athletes, even though your computer can speak, you still have to deliver the final decision yourself, because today it would still be weird to let that do by the computer. After we have seen the example of the relay team, we can use a similar strategy to come up with a better production method, better cell assembly, better etc., etc., using all the data and knowledge that is in the cloud. But we have to make sure that artificial intelligence applies the right models for the evaluation and calculations to arrive at a better material, process, etc. These models we have to put in the cloud, as this will not automatically generated by artificial intelligence itself. Hence, it all dependent on the data storage in the cloud, including knowledge, and there are several ways to do so.